ValuJet Flight 592 takes off from Miami International Airport. 11 minutes into its flight, it crashes over my shoulder there in the Everglades. 110 people lost their lives that day, out in the middle of nowhere in the Everglades, just off of State Route 41, Tamiami Trail. This memorial that you just saw in the beginning was built in 1999 to commemorate the 110 people that had fallen that day. The oldest passenger on this flight was, I believe, 87 years old. The youngest passenger was 3 or 4 years old. It's the cause of the crash was because a company that was shipping oxygen generators packaged them improperly. They were supposed to cap some sort of igniter fuse or something on the container, the generators, and they didn't. Instead, they just strapped down the caps with duct tape, packaged them in a box, in boxes with bubble wrap, and proceeded to put the boxes on the plane. During flight, the boxes shifted, the caps busted open, causing a fire in the cargo hold. The passengers and the pilots didn't even know about it initially until the fire got out of control, which was only 11 minutes into their flight. Flight attendants frantically tried to put the fire out that was coming through the floorboards of the passenger cabin and filling the passenger cabin with smoke. Then all of the gauges and everything went crazy in the cockpit, and the pilots weren't sure what was going on. They didn't put on their oxygen masks because they were trying to figure out what was wrong, and consequently they succumbed to the smoke in the cabin and became unconscious, and at that point lost complete control of the airplane with a raging fire in the passenger cabin. They descended quickly, nose first, straight into the Everglades, right out there, and crashed. Several fishermen were out fishing, saw the flight crash into the Everglades. Big plume of smoke, straight down, nose cone first, and there were no survivors. Because of where it was in the Everglades, first responders had trouble getting even close to the flight where it had crashed. Several people that were out fishing, and also several airboat ride places around here, sent airboats out to try to recover anyone who may have survived, but there were no survivors. All because some workers at a company chose not to package cargo correctly. It's amazing. And consequently, 110 people lost their lives that day. Mothers, fathers, grandparents, children. And so now this memorial stands in their place. And they just had the 20-year memorial not long ago. And each one of these pillars behind me represents the pillars for those people who lost their lives that day. So it's just one of those sort of somber things that I found here in Florida, out in the middle of the Everglades, but something I felt needed to be covered and remembered. And so, from a very sort of somber memorial, Flight 592 ValuJet, out in the middle of the Everglades in southern Florida. This is Backpacker Mike. As always, peace, love, and let's experience this world together. And let's also remember lives that were lost. Flight 592, ValuJet, May 11th, 1996. Always remember.